This is Mainely Watches, and I'm Captain Nick. Welcome back this week. I am happy to show you guys the Forstner Pilot. This watch has made a couple appearances in some of my other videos, mostly profiling straps, but I thought we'd do a quick review on it. I've had this watch now for about a year, and it's kind of a fun piece. This is the smallest watch in my collection. This is a 36mm watch, and I honestly never thought I'd see myself wearing a 36. I'm a fairly big guy with 7.5-inch wrists, but you know what? This watch is just brilliant. So let's get into this. As mentioned, this is the Forstner Pilot. It's the reference F-6B 346. It is made by Forstner. That is the company, of course, that is very well known for making their bracelets. And yes, it is on a Forstner bracelet. This is one of the most recognizable pilot watch designs of all time. The reference 6B 346 has an incredible history. Back in the 1940s, the British MOD released a series of specifications for astronavigation watches, and that reference was called the 6B 346. Quite a few famous brands made watches for the MOD. Most famously, of course, was IWC. And they built them to this spec. Now, a couple of years ago, Forstner released their own interpretation of this classic reference. It meets all of the same specifications that the original watch did, but getting into the specs here real quick, you've got a 36mm diameter case. Thickness, it's coming in at 12.5. And you can see that beautiful domed sapphire crystal, absolutely classic. Drilled lugs on it, which is really nice. You've got a 18mm lug width, so it's quite a narrow lug width. And lug to lug length on this, I measure it in at 46. Now you can see the lugs are quite long on this watch, and that 46mm lug length, despite the 36mm width, makes the watch feel a lot bigger on the wrist than it actually is, and I think that's part of its secret. So yeah, you've got the drilled lugs. You can see on the case back, very simple. As I mentioned, you've got drill lugs. The whole case is brushed, absolutely very nicely finished. Beautiful brush bezel and a large crown. Speaking of the crown, very simple watch to operate. This is a hand wind watch, so it's not an automatic. Movement in here is the trusty Sellita 210. It's an elaborate grade with 19 jewels, and obviously it hacks and winds. There's not a whole lot to it. Pull out the crown, first position, that's all there is. You can see it stop the watch, and then you can adjust it and push the crown back in, and you're running. So super, super simple. And then winding, you just turn the crown. So couldn't be easier. This watch is keeping fantastic time. I've put it on my time grapher, and it's definitely within COSC standards. It's perhaps gaining a couple seconds a day, but absolutely brilliant. Now, one of the neat things that Forstner has done, you'll notice they've put an L on here. The original design would have had a T on there, I believe. They put the L for lume. Obviously, the originals would have had either some more radioactive materials or tritium, but I think they may have used radium back in the 40s. But this is, of course, got Swiss Superluminova. I believe it is C3. It's a pretty dark day, so I'll just hit it here with my UV, and you can see where the lume is. It's not a lume monster. You've got lume pips at the 12 o'clock, 3, 6, and 9, and then the hands are fully lumed. And it's okay. I mean, it does the job. It's certainly enough you can tell the time. Now, if we look at the dial, you will see it is sort of a matte black, almost an asphalt finish, which is really neat. Has a nice effect. All the numbers, indices are all printed on. There's nothing applied here, so very, very simple finishing, but extremely good legibility. I mean, you have absolutely no troubles telling the time here on this. 100 meters water resistance, screw-in case back, so yeah, it's definitely up to contemporary standards. Sapphire crystal, so there's nothing old school about it. Now, the bracelet. This is a Forstner Beads of Rice. And you can see it's still got the JB, Jacoby Bender logo on it. Lots of micro adjusts. These are really old school bracelets, stamped, but very good quality. You can see their links here are held in with screws, so it is all screwed, solid links, and very nice finishing. This is not the original bracelet that came on the watch. This watch came with the Forstner clip bracelet, and this is the bracelet here that actually comes on the watch. It is absolutely beautiful bracelet. I love this clip bracelet. Unfortunately, I stole it and put it on this old Leora because I really thought this horizontal profile just worked really well with this watch. This is a really interesting watch. It actually belonged to my grandfather. It's from the early 70s. It's a manual wind watch. I just had it serviced actually at my watchmaker, so it's been fully overhauled and brought back to life, and just a lovely piece. And it just means a lot to me that this was worn by my grandfather. And you know, I was struggling to find a strap that really looked good on it because of the way this case is. So I put the Forstner clip on it, and wow, just magic. Perfect bracelet. But yeah, that's the this is the original bracelet that you get with the Forstner Pilot. Pretty easy to adjust. It just unhooks, and then you can just hook it back into whatever size you want. I have done a review on Forstner bracelets, so I'll put a link up at the end of the video to it. I go through some of the bracelets, like their clip, their beads of rice, and also the flat link, which I have here on my Omega Railmaster. This is another Forstner bracelet. So yeah, big fan of the bracelets, but we're not talking bracelets today, we're talking the watch. I'm going to give you a wrist shot here. You can see how this diminutive 36 wears on my wrist, and then we'll go to the closing comments. Now here we are, the Forstner Pilot on my 7.5-inch wrist. I gotta say, this thing is just super comfy. As I weighed it on this Beads of Rice bracelet and the watch head, the whole thing is coming in at just 95 grams. So super, super lightweight. And yeah, it's just a pleasure to wear. Just very nice. It's just a comfy little watch, but very old school. But I love it. And you know, despite the size, I think, as I mentioned, with these long lugs, it makes it wear a lot bigger than it seems. But it's comfy, and I like wearing it. It's just a cool piece. And you can see it hugs the wrist really nicely. It's, yeah, it's just a comfortable watch. So that's the wrist shot. This works great on leather straps too. I've put it on various leather straps, even elastic straps. I've put it on a MN strap and also on a elastic strap from Watch Steward, which looks really good. I think I've got a green and a khaki Watch Steward strap, which work really well on it. And you know, with these big lugs too, it's very easy to fit the different straps on. So fun watch to experiment with different straps. Right now, I just like it on this Beads of Rice. I just think it works well. Pricing on these, they're only available, to the best of my knowledge, on the Forstner website. They come in at around $700 US. The watches are reportedly assembled in the US by Forstner, and you are getting that Swiss Sellita movement. So Swiss parts, US assembly, and absolute classic design. I think $700 is a very reasonable price for a watch of this caliber with this specification and the Sellita hand wind movement. It's reasonable. It's not expensive. It's not cheap, but you are getting a very well thought out watch. And I just like the fact that it is such a classic looking historic design and very true to that original design. So there you have it, guys. I thank you so much for watching. I'll try to come up with some new content next week. I try to publish out on Fridays. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Helps out with the YouTube analytics. I really appreciate you guys watching and look forward to receiving your comments. As always, stay safe out there and we'll see you guys next week.